It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. One step from playing in the AFC title game. This divisional round contest is on. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
He may not have been the guy to win him the game last week. Not a huge amount of production, but he certainly wasn't the one who lost it. When we get to these rounds of the playoffs, we know this is true. It's oftentimes the team and the quarterback who doesn't make the mistakes that often moves on to the next round.
Looking from the gun, Williams. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Lathan Ransom has it. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3 now, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback, and you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
Right to the air with May. Hits him on the in route. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can't get the win-win.
And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Here's Hall once more. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Boy, Gallis checks on the extra point. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boy Gallis on to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. And up to Genty. There's the intensity we expect in a playoff. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And the Patriots get there and take him down. After the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. That's taken at the 15. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. New England taking the field, its second series of the game coming up. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. First and 10 from the 32. They go right back to Hall. And he can only manage just 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now.
No gain on the play. It's now third and
to the air on third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
a gain of 7. It's fourth down.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 7-0 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. And facing fourth down, they're leaving the offense out there. They'll run for it with all. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on fourth down, and they get the successful conversion.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Here's a reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, it's Hall. We'll take this for about a yard. It's going to be second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
At the 23-yard line.
May now from the gun. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
23-yard line.
Back to the air. It's May. He rolls to his right. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Raiders, they're stopped just outside of their own end zone after the interception. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Another give here to Jency. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. It's fielded at the 14. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. The Patriots and Breece Hall, that's set to go on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First down.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Patriots first down.
First and 10 now from the 46.
46-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. First down now, ball at the 33. Sticking with Henderson. He has room past the 25. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a New England first down. Hall running between the tackles. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he carries it in for the touchdown. touchdown. The Patriots grow their lead just before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. One after is good by Borregales. And the Patriots take a 16-point lead.
Raiders nothing.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Out of the pistol, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26. Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Third down. Here's Williams. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got it. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He has it at the 22. Has some daylight through the 40. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Absolutely fires this one right side. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the third quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Here's a return from the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The Patriots and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They start the half with the give to Hall. Has some daylight through the 40. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Henderson here from the gun. Galloping inside the 40. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
That's another Patriots.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. About set. This is third and 5. On the gun, it's May. Chased out to his right. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Hall takes it straight ahead. He'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for Patriots.
Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
He was taken down.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here's Hall. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. Brees Hall with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots stretch the lead to 23. Now Borregales on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Genty from the gun. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. All right, here we go. Second down. They're going to throw out of the gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. They're in long for him here. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack. And that brings us to the end of this third quarter. Only one quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Raiders have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throwing the out route complete. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. First and 10 from the 32.
That's good for a Patriots. First down.
Here's Hall on the give. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
It's caught left side by Mitchell. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots about set to celebrate this win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Corey Galison for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Patriots grow their lead yet again.
Raiders nothing. Chris Borregales to kick off.
Now Borregales on to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First down, Williams. And the Patriots get there and take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
A loss of 7 yards. Second down.
To throw is Williams. The pass ball's incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. First down, Williams to throw. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
What is up?
That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Williams. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At their 49-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Catch made left side by Laporta. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
So this is a win for the Patriots. And they took care of business. Expect a one.